Go as LordShaedow on the mic. I play to win, never to lose. In the contest of champions, I'm the one they choose. Swipe, my moves are slick. Dexterity more heavily, I dodge quick. Class champ, I'm the master of the game. Cosmic science, skill tech mutant, I claim. Arena and chill grind, that's how I roll. No stress, no drama, just on patrol to fight. I'm swift, my tactics excite. LordShaedow's in the arena, ready to ignite. From the streets to the screen, my skills are renowned in the world of Marvel. I'm the king crown, so listen up. Here's the story of the champ. LordShaedow's the name. I'm the grind track fan.
Hey everyone, Shadow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at America Chavez. When she first came out, people did not like her, but then she got a little buff, and suddenly she is the champ everybody wanted for a while. And as you can see, I took her to rank 3. Now, when I took her to rank 3, she was not awakened. Her awakened ability is not necessary, but it sure is nice. And we'll take a look at that in a moment. But first, let's take a look at her synergy bonuses. And I try to, let me see, make that a little bit less. I try to look at who the synergy is with, so that I'll know, kind of how likely it is that I'm going to use it. All right, so this first one here, Utopian Parallel reduces unstoppable buff duration by 50%, and you got Mojo and Longshot. Depending on what you're doing, this might actually be a very useful synergy to bring. If you're having to deal with unstoppables, yeah, I could see myself bringing one of these guys with me. Out of this world, let's see. Dark Dimension regenerates 30% of the damage dealt. Ooh. Now, you've got Hood, and he is definitely a good one, and Ghost Rider, who I do not use unless I have Blade synergy. So, but I can see myself bringing the Hood. Now, this can be very useful. All right. You also have Dimensional Beings, 25% resistance to degen damage. I could see myself bringing Hood along. All right. Then we've got Annihilus. I don't like Annihilus, but he can still be annoying on defense. Now, each stack of a negative zone generates 1.2% of a bar of power. That can be really nice with America Chavez. We got She-Hulk and Captain Marvel. So Big Bang potency is increased by 12%. Female champions. Okay. Heavy attacks. Let's see. America Chavez, the Big Bang potency is increased by 12%. For female champions, heavy attacks on the opponent that aren't stunned have 600% attack rating. Now, that actually applies to her as well, but we know it's going to apply to She-Hulk. And then finally, you've got some perfect block chance. Out of these, all 3 of them are actually decent now. Yes, including Iron Man with his buff. But I don't know if I would bring them just for the synergy. I may bring them, but not just for the synergy. Okay, so let's look at her signature ability here. Wait. Let's take a look at her tags. So you guys can see the tags there. Young Avengers, so she's not an Avenger, just a Young Avenger. That's so annoying that they do that. All right, anyway. Let's take a look here. So if at least 3 unique dimensions are active, America Chavez becomes Supercharge, granting the following bonuses. Okay, so that means that as her SIG goes up, her dimensional energy infusion will gain in potency. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Launching a special 2 during a heavy attack provides 1 stack of whichever dimension was activated. Now, because she's awakened, remember, if at least 3 unique dimensions are active, okay? So you can do heavy attacks, and we'll talk about that right here. Each hit of a heavy attack switches the dormant dimension, okay? So you fire off your heavy attack. It has multiple hits. You hit something else to interrupt it, like a heavy attack or a special attack, and it'll lock that in, okay? So say you're doing heavy attacks and you're building up your negative zone and you have a special one. Well, you can then fire off a heavy attack, interrupt it to fire off a special one that'll lock in that dimension. Then you build up to a special 2, and once you have a special 2, you do a heavy, interrupt it at the time that the whichever dimension you did not have, and you will get the 3. That's only when you are dealing with an awakened America Chavez. Like I said, she doesn't need to be awakened, but this is something that you can do when she's awakened. Okay, so when a heavy attack ends, or if launching a special during a heavy attack, activate the dimension for 30 seconds. So it's giving you more time to build it up. She is quite nice, let me tell you. All right, so the first dimension reduces the opponent's fury, armor up, precision, pierce, and cruelty buff potency by 70%. Keep in mind that these stack. Okay? So you can fire, these off multiple times, and depending on who you're fighting, that can really basically neutralize them. Dark Dimension, reflect 40%. Remember, we were looking at the synergy? Reflect 40% of hit damage taken as energy damage. But with that synergy that we looked at earlier, she will regen some of that damage. So not only will she reflect it, but she'll also heal back from it. And then the negative zone reduces the opponent's ability power rate by 60%. This is what makes her very good when she is fighting against Serpent. If you build up enough of the negative zones, he's not going to be able to build up his power. And that's what really gets a lot of people when they're fighting him, when they get him down there, that power rate he has. But she neutralizes it. So, and this is without her being awakened, you can do any of these things here. Okay? Now, matching dimensions, so that means when you stack it, 15% duration reduction for each stack. So the more you stack up, the faster it's going to expire. Okay? And then whenever affected by a wither debuff, remove the most recently activated parallel dimension. So if you're fighting against her, okay, and you can put wither on, that will affect her power, her combat power, her ability power rate. When defending a quest node, if activating a dimension that already has 2 active stacks, she activates 1 random unopened dimension. That's when she's on defense. She can be very annoying on defense. Now, I mentioned the energy infusion, one of the things that she gets from the her signature ability. For each unique parallel dimension on America Chavez, and each buff on the opponent, gain the following benefits. Look at the attack, look at the energy resistance. So when she's going up against buff heavy champions, mostly that's going to be cosmics, she is going to hit very hard for every unique one. So you do a heavy, get your negative zones, build up to a special 1, do a heavy, interrupt it with a special 1. Now you got 2 uniques up. Just keep building, because now when you did that, they're at 30 seconds. Build up, more negative. And when you get to it again, boom, do a heavy attack, interrupt it when you got the second one, which is the Dark Dimension. And you have this attack rating times 3. Plus, wait. Yeah. Times 3, and then whatever buffs they have. So she's going to be hitting very, very hard. Okay. Now, her heavy attacks, you can, by the way, combo into a heavy. That's something that she can do. That's something that Wasp can do. That's something that Silk can do. Some champs used to be able to do it, like She-Hulk, but now we understand why they fixed that for all the champs that could do it, because they were going to make it part of these champions' kits. And they wouldn't be special if you could do it, due to, as they would say, a bug. All right, but you get a little stun, which is important because if they're stun immune, you don't want to try this because you're going to get hit. Okay, but heavy attacks launched this way generate 25% less power on hit. So they're not going to be gaining as much power as they normally would when you're doing heavy attacks. Okay, but keep in mind, it's heavy attacks, attacks launched in that way. So that means combo into a heavy attack. Okay. Now we got her specials. Okay, so the special 1, each unique parallel dimension creates a passive power gain effect. So that's going to help you build up your power. I'm telling you, she is nasty. Okay. The special attack 2. Now this special attack 2 is devastating. Okay. For the final 3 hits of this special attack, America Chavez opens a portal to an additional Big Bang. Remember that the synergy that spoke about the Big Bang and increased the damage? Yeah. Dealing a burst of energy damage equal to 50% hit damage dealt. If you've ever done it or gotten hit by it, you know how much this hurts. Okay, these hits gain a bonus effect based on the last dimension activated. Okay, so if you combo and do a heavy attack, or not really a combo, but just do a heavy attack, the Utopian parallel, if you're going for just damage, do a heavy, interrupt it with your special 2. That's the big boy damage. If you're trying to regen a little bit, do a heavy, and then on the second hit, fire your special 2. And then, of course, the negative zone is unblockable. So even if they are turtling up in a corner, just do, heavy, let it play all the way out if they're blocking, and then fire your special 2, and it'll be unblockable. Okay? And then special 3, activate 1 of each parallel dimension. So that's special 2. That's the money maker. You see how much utility you have here. You can do a lot of damage, you can regenerate, or you can make it unblockable. So hopefully this has shown you why she is just so good. Okay? And help you know how to utilize her a little bit better. All right? So that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. If you found it informative, leave a comment. Let me know. If you have any tips, tricks, or anything like that I did not mention in the video, let me know that as well in the comments below. And you all have a blessed day.
Arena and chill grind, that's how we roll. No stress, no drama, just on patrol. In the fight, he's swift, his tactics be tight. LordShaedow's in the arena, ready to ignite. From the streets to the screen, his skills be renowned. In the world of Marvel, Lord the King crown.